So guys, in this point of the time, I wanted to ask you one question. Whenever in your project, if you if image or video data is being involved in your project, what kind of concept you will choose? So guys, those people who have attended the day one session, only they can able to understand what this question is, because yesterday we guys have discussed all those things about. Then those people who really missed the day one session, who really need those recordings and all, you can register for this internship and you can get all the recordings. Okay, the first answer we got from Amiruddin. That's amazing. And second answer we have got from Vikas Wiki. And third answer we got from Tejas. And fourth answer we got from Bhavana. And fifth answer we got from Kudija Mavia. That's amazing, guys. Just give a great applause for the people who have given a right answer. The answer is right, the computer vision. So here, Sanjay, why you are talking about the computer vision? Because while talking about the artificial intelligence field, there are a lot of programming languages which you can use. On talking about a lot of different programming languages, Python is there, C++ is there, and Mojo is there. Guys, how many of you are really hearing Mojo for the first time? Mojo programming language. If you are hearing Mojo programming for the first time, you just post FT in your live chat. Actually, Mojo programming language is the combination of C and then Python programming. So nowadays it is not popular because it is recently launched in 2023, I think so. But definitely it is going to create a revolutionize the future because always C programming is faster. Python is having a flexibility, okay, easy to write and those things. So what is the Mojo programming languages? Mojo programming language is the combination of C and Python programming because the speed as well as the easy to use, which is going to be completely combined to form that new programming language called Mojo. And that is going to be really playing a huge role on AI in hardware kind of application. Guys, is it something new you are really here for the first time right now? If it is some value which I've added right now, you just post new in your live chat. So on talking about different type of programming languages, Python is much, much popular than anything. Even if you really learned Python, if you really learn Python, you can able to do web-based application, or you can able to do data analysis. You can able to do machine learning concept. You can able to do the computer vision. You can do natural language processing. You can able to create the chatbots. You can able to create some of the machine learning or deep learning application. You can do a lot of automations with the help of Python. So likewise, while talking about the Python programming, you can do a lot more things. Okay, if any of your friend or, if any of your friend or anyone who is telling you that don't learn Python before completing the C, guys, did anyone have told you this? If anyone have told you this, you just post yes, Sanjay, in your live chat. Did anyone told you that don't go to Python before completing C programming? Yes, a lot of people are posting yes, Sanjay, yes, Sanjay. Guys, don't listen to those craps. But it might be true because if you are completing C, then while learning Python, it is going to be super easy, but that's okay. But other than that, it's not mean that it is a rule. No, that is not like that. You can straightly learn Python because whenever people are listening to that kind of talks, whenever people are jumping into the C programming, then when they are really learning the other syntaxes on the C, sometimes they will feel difficult and they will give up. Okay, literally, you will be at the position like, oh my God, programming language is not going to be suitable for me. So likewise, you will give up. But that's why while talking about the Python is going to be very, very easy to learn and easy to write, easy to build up an application. So that's why don't listen to this crap and just jump into the Python and master it. Definitely, you can able to get placed in the wide varieties of opportunities out there. You can just place on that. Guys, is it clear? If you're clear about the first discussion to learn essentiality, learning Python, how much essential it is. If you are clear about the first discussion, you just post C1 in your live chat. C1 is nothing but clear one. If you are clear about the first discussion, you just post C1 in your live chat. Okay. And I really believe that you all really excited for building a project and seeing the demo. Yesterday, I shown you the snake game design, right? That snake game, which has also been done with the help of the Python. Okay. So other than that, I would like to show you another demonstration. I hope you're all ready for it. Okay. So I've asked you one question, right? Whenever image or video is involved in your project, what kind of concept you will choose? A lot of people have posted computer vision with the machine learning and deep learning. That's the right answer. But in the same aspects, you just imagine, Okay, let us talk about the real life applications. Most of the people are in a colleges, okay? So how many of you people in your college, they used to force you to wear an ID card? Okay, if there is something which is happening in your college, you just post yes, Sanjay in your live chat. Okay, how many of you people are getting forced to wear an ID card? ID card. Some people keep on telling you that wear ID card, something like that. Okay. So on that aspects, you just imagine you can able to create as a project for your college. What that project is to detect the people who are all not wearing an ID card. That can be done with the help of the computer vision knowledge and this deep learning knowledge. You can able to create the real live end-to-end application. So additionally, if you have learned Raspberry Pi kind of hardware, you can build that software project. You can able to deploy it in the hardware. So to make it as like a real life product. Let me show you. First of all, as we guys have already discussed about AI, if you want to create an AI application, first of all, you need to feed all those data to it. So first of all, you really require the data, right? So if you are a normal person, if you wanted to build an application like people who are wearing ID card or not wearing ID card, so what you will be doing? So you will be go to Google and you'll be typing like this, right? So you'll be typing like this and you'll be going into these images and you will be downloading one by one image. Right click, download, right click, download, right click, download. So likewise, if you're a common normal person, you will be downloading all these images by going into the Google and you'll be saving it for your application building. But what's the very important thing is, if you are really good at Python, you can able to do the web scraping as well. While talking about the web scraping, let me show you actually, this is one of the code which I have. In this code, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write what the thing which we are going to scrap from the internet. So here I'm going to type person wearing an ID card. So I need around 100 images. Okay, I'm going to save it. And to run this program, so I'm going to open my command prompt and I'm going to run this code. Okay, so wait a minute, look how that. So it started downloading something. Okay, so it is like 0%. Okay, so it is going to start. Okay, 3%. So likewise, it starts downloading. So what is the scrapping is, you can see these are all the image which is getting scrapped from the internet. Even you can see, so image is getting appended. So we can able to collect that type of huge amount of databases. You can able to do the web scraping. You can able to download it from the internet and you can able to get the result like this. If you are really thinking it's amazing, you just post amazing Sanjay in your live chat, right? So this is not just for demo. I shown you this. Okay, you can able to do the web scraping. Yesterday I've shown you to design the game. Yesterday I've shown you the another demo on leaf disease reduction. That is also a deep learning project. Here right now I'm showing you web scraping. So totally I've shown you 4 demonstration on Python, the power of Python. So since we have given 100, so it is going to download 100 images. Out of that 100, what are all the images which is not required? You can just simply click that and you can delete it. So you can able to create 2 type of classes. One is people wearing ID card and people who are all not wearing an ID card, normal people. So that 2 things you can able to feed into the deep learning algorithm to train an amazing application. And that is going to automatically going to recognize whether when the people are not wearing an ID card. If the people are not wearing an ID card, it is going to give some pop sound or some beep sound or something like that. Or even you can able to deploy the face recognition and capture the face of the people, like to tell that students who are all not wearing an ID card. So likewise, you can able to create an end-to-end application. It is not, it is definitely, it is going to be bad for us as a students. But other than that, it is going to be good for your college or your institution. Guys, do you really love it? If you really love this, you just post, I love this Sanjay in your live chat. So likewise, you can able to create a lot of doing a web scraping. Even if you really want to detect the person who are all not wearing a helmet, you can able to train the model. Like you can able to do the web scraping for the people who are all not wearing an ID card or not wearing the helmet and wearing the helmet. So likewise, you can have create 2 different classes and you can able to train it and you can make that end-to-end application. And even if you are really good at Python, here we have did another project. So I hope you already know in WhatsApp, you can able to forward one message only for 5 people or 5 groups or something, right? So here what we guys have did is we guys have given all the WhatsApp group name here in this one notepad. And here we have another notepad, which is going to have what is the message need to be forwarded. So if you are going to run this main1.py program, this Python program automatically open your browser and it will automatically search the web.whatsapp.com, and it will automatically post one by one group into it, and it will post one by one message. It will forward each and every messages to all the group list which you have it in this notepad. Guys, isn't it amazing? This is also another project. If you are really thinking it's super amazing, you just post amazing Sanjay in your live chat. So that is what the power of Python programming. So if you learn the Python, you can do a lot of stuffs. So if anyone is forcing you to learn some other thing, don't get distracted. Master the Python. So it is going to be really, really helpful in every aspects. Even I can show you millions of, tons and tons of, tons and tons of demo. So even we guys have did a lot of projects. So I'll show you. But right now we'll step into the hands-on, guys. While talking about the hands-on, first of all, what is the very important thing we need to know is, what are all the notebooks are there to write the Python code? The first notebook which I'm going to suggest is Python IDLE. Guys, all the people, just note it down. So the first notebook which I'm going to suggest you is Python IDLE. And second notebook, which is Jupyter Notebook. And number third notebook which you can use it to write the Python program is the Spyder Notebook. Okay, and fourth notebook is Visual Studio Code. And fifth notebook is the PyCharm. So PyCharm is a bit heavy. Those people who are all having a very 2 GB RAM and very low-end laptops, don't install PyCharm because it is heavy. So it will make your laptop get frozen. So PyCharm, and as well as the another popular online notebook, which is Google Colab. Guys, did you guys have noted everything? Number one is Python IDLE. Number two is Jupyter Notebook. Number three is Spyder Notebook. Number four is Visual Studio Code. Number five is PyCharm. And number six is Google Colab. So out of that, you can, I don't want you to choose only one thing. You can just try to choose everything and choose your favorite. So for example, most of the people, they'll be using, Visual Studio Code nowadays. And they'll be using PyCharm sometimes, and Google Colab, especially it is highly, highly needed. Even those people who are having a very less-end laptops, who want to run a very heavy AI application, the bigger application, you can run it in the cloud. So with the help of the Google Colab, it is an online notebook. So these are all the notebook, guys. So if you are clear about the second discussion to list down the Python notebooks available, you just post C2 in your live chat. Python IDLE, Jupyter Notebook, Spyder Notebook, Google, Visual Studio Code, PyCharm, Google Colab, even Anaconda Navigator also you can install and you can bring the Python into it. So guys, first of all, a lot of people, they won't suggest you to work on the IDLE, but I will always suggest you, because if you have learned to use the IDLE, you can able to handle a lot of notebooks, because it will create a lot of problem. But if you have learned this, it is going to be amazing. Because why I'm really telling you this is because I worked on a lot of hardware in my initial stages. I've learned this IDLE, and it really helped me a lot on working with other notebooks easily. So that is where, that's why we are going to do. So on that aspects, so first of all, while talking about the Python, I really want to tell you something. Whatever the functionality you are going to do, it might be like web scraping, it might be an automation, it can be a deep learning, it can be a machine learning, it might be reading an image, it can be reading an Excel sheet, it can be reading a CSV file, or it can be reading a URL, it might be doing a web scraping. Whatever the functionality you are going to do it with the help of Python, you need libraries. So with the help of the libraries, you can able to do that certain specific task. And another very important discussion is, whenever you are building one project. So today, right now, I shown you one demo, right? Which is like doing a web scraping. You just imagine if I build this project by using Python 3.7.8 and some of the library and its version, but the same working code, if I'm going to run it with different Python version or different Python library, I may get an error. Guys, is it clear? So whenever you are building a project, please note down what the version of Python you have used, what the version of libraries you guys have used. That is what the discussion number 3. If you are clear about the discussion number 3, you just post C3 in your live chat. Guys, these are all the tips you won't get anywhere else, because these are all the experience you will get only from the people who have worked in both hardware as well as the software. So that's why I'm keep on suggesting you. Okay, so don't, don't take it as very simple. Okay, I know this. Don't be on that I know everything mindset. Okay, always hunger to learn. So that's what one of the very important mindset tip which I really want to tell you, because even I can show you, I can tell you something. If you are creating one deep learning model, and if you are going to run the same model for testing in a different library version and different Python version, you might get an error. So that's why whenever you are building Python project, please note down the Python version you have used, and library. If you have used some library, what is the library versions you guys have used? I hope you are clear about the third step or third discussion. And fourth discussion, since I've already told you every libraries are based on the library, I mean, every Python is code is based on the library, every functionality of which you are going to build is all based on the libraries. You should not go for the latest version of Python. In your schools or colleges, they will be simply instructing you to do directly installing the latest version. They'll be showing you to install 3.12.3. All people install this latest version. How many of you people have installed the latest version, guys? If you have been instructed to install the latest version, you just post yes or me in your live chat. But my suggestion is don't install the latest version. And also, guys, only 42 minutes were left. The people who haven't made the decision right now. So that you'll be getting the recording of all the 3 days of lecture and PPT source code, and you'll be having a lifetime social media and etc. Everything which is going to be there. So the people who haven't made the decision, make the decision right now before the timer ends. And also people who have made the decision, you just post I made it. And the people who are under the process, you just post UTP in your live chat. And also, if you really want to check it out, the reviews, go and compare with any company. This Warisway company, which it used to have 22,000 4.8 star reviews. I can openly challenge you that this kind of review, no one company has up to this point of the time in the tech field. So go and check it out. And if you're really believing us, then you can register. Otherwise, you can stick into the free lives. Okay, so right now, let us continue. I have told you that don't go for the latest version. Why? Because whenever you are going for the latest version, sometimes the library, it's not, if you are going for the latest version, it's not mean that that latest version of Python is going to support all the available libraries. No. So that is why you might get an error. So that is why you should not install the latest version of Python. Instead, you should install some stable versions. And if you are asking me the question, Sanjay, what are all the stable versions out there? There are a lot of versions out there, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.9, and etc. But my personal favorite, my all-time favorite is Python 3.7.8. Even later, I will upgrade to 3.9. But other than that, this 3.7.8, I have used in all hardwares, including NVIDIA hardware, Raspberry Pi hardware. And I built a wide variety of applications, like in NLP project, deep learning project, computer vision. Likewise, I've built a lot of things, and I've used wide varieties of unknown libraries, So likewise, that's why I'm really suggesting you to install 3.7.8. Okay. So I hope you have got it. And don't worry, I'll be giving you the link in the live chat. So all people just go into this link and scroll down. If you are a Mac user, just use this. And if you are a Windows user, there is option like Windows x86 executable installer. Okay. Just go here and go into executable installer. So whenever you are double clicking the executable installer, you will be getting that exe file. Just click that exe file and complete your installation, guys. Please make it faster, guys. Please do it with me. How many of people are really doing it with me? So if you are really doing it with me, you just post doing it, Sanjay, in your live chat. Okay, while talking about the installation, once that exe file has been downloaded, once you are double clicking it, I would like to tell you something very, 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 very important. Whenever it is asking you like this, like add path 3.8, never ever forget to check this. You need to enable both the option, install launcher for all users. And second option is very, very important. A lot of people used to miss checking it. If you are missing it to check, you will face pip is not found error in your command prompt. If you are going to run the Python from the command window, you will get an error like pip is not found error. So never, ever, ever forget to check this option. Add path 3.7 to path and then complete your installation like install now. So guys, if you are clear about the fourth discussion, you just post C4 in your live chat. I taught you, 4, I think we have already crossed, I think so. But other than that, okay, wait a minute. Is this tip number 4 or tip number 5, guys? Okay, a lot of posted. Yes. Okay, yes, 4, exactly. So that's what the tip number 4 is. Don't go for the latest version. Please install the stable version. But on that stable version, my personal favorite is 3.7.8. Go into it and click that executable installer if you are a Windows user. Majority of the if you're going to be a Windows user. Just install x86 executable installer. Once you have downloaded, and while installing it, please don't forget to add path 3.72 path. This option, add Python 3.72 path. Don't forget to click that. So check that and then click install now and complete your installation. And if you have completed your installation, if you are typing ideally, you should see this ideally of 3.764-bit. If you have got this, you just post, I got it, Sanjay in your live chat. Let us see how many of you people are really practicing it with me. I really wanted to know, guys. Just do it. Just tell me. How many of you people have got this this point? Like whenever you're typing ideally, you should see this ideally of 3.764-bit. Nandini got Sanjay. Abhishek got this. And Abhinaya, yes. Once you have searched ideally in your search, you should see this 64-bit. Just open it. Okay, don't type Python and open it. Instead, you should type ideally and open it. Once you have opened the ideally, so this window, which has been said to be a shell window. So what is meant by shell window is, in the shell window, you can run a single line of commands. Single line of command is like A is equal to 5, enter. B is equals to 6, enter. Okay. So like it is not like C programming, you need to put up a semicolon and curly braces, lot of things. Here, this Python is going to be normally like English language. So you don't want to do that. Okay. Simply, you can put A is equals to 5, B is equals to 6, C is equals to A plus B, enter, and print off C. Ta-da! You guys have got output 11. So this is the shell window. What is the purpose of shell window? Two purposes. Number one is you can run a single line of command. Number two is you can get an output in the shell window. You can see all those outputs in the shell window. So guys, if you are clear about this part, if you are clear about this part, you just post clear Sanjay in your live chat. Okay, are you clear? Okay, here in between, I wanted to tell you one thing. Okay, so tip number 5. Some people who have already installed some of the Python version, they will be putting some messages. Sanjay, I have 3.7. Sanjay, I have 3.8. Sanjay, I have 3.9. Sanjay, I have 3.10. Should I follow you? Should I install that as well? Guys, do that. Because in this 3 days masterclass series, we are going to build 25 plus projects. In this 25 plus project, majority of the project which has been using this version of Python, specific version of library. If you are using different version of Python and different version of libraries, so you might get an error. On the time, you should don't tell like your code is giving me an error, because you might not following my proper instruction which I've given you. So that's why I've given that tip at the second tip or third tip as well. So please be conscious about what the Python version you're using and what libraries you are using. Okay. So go to search and type ideally and just open that. This is the shell window where you can able to run a single line of command, and this shell window will be showing you an output as well. But if your question is, Sanjay, how can I run multiple lines of program? Very simple. Go to file and click a new file. So once you have clicked a new file, this will open an editor window where you can write the number of lines of program. A is equals to 5, B is equals to 6, C is equals to A plus B, and D is equals to A minus B, E is equals to A multiples of B, F is equals to A divided by B, and print of A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D, comma, E, comma, F. Okay. So once you have written all the program which you really wanted, so what you can do is, so if you really want to save it, you can press Ctrl S and you can save it. But while saving, if you are a if it is a C programming, you will be saving it .c. If it is C++, you will be saving it .cpp. Whereas if you are talking about the Python, you will be saving at .py, py or ipynb. But majority, this kind of file will be saving it in .py. To give the proper name, so I'm going to give the name like Python or something. Okay, I'm going to name it like Python math. Okay, so already that .py, which is going to be already taken, I'm going to click save. So you can see Python math.py, which has got saved. And if you want to run this code, go to run and click run module. Ta-da! We guys have got an output in the shell window. This window is a shell window and this window is a editor window. If you are really thinking it is super easy, guys, you just post super easy in your light chart, guys. Okay. Even if I'm changing A is equals to 85 and B is equals to 71 and Control S, save it and click run module. Ta-da! You'll be getting an output in the shell window. So this is how you can able to use an editor. So Python ideally. Please learn Python ideally. If you are learn the Python ideally, it will be very easy to work on other notebooks. And especially right now in this upcoming generation, don't use that kind of, just learn, okay? Don't restrict yourself on any certain notebook. Try to explore Python ideally. Nowadays, all people moved from Jupyter Notebook. All real developers are moving from Jupyter Notebook to Visual Studio Code and Python because you really want to create an end-to-end product. Okay, your focus should not be only to learn Python programming and build some output, printing an output. No, your output should be on deployment, like real-time deployment level. If you are really want to deploy your application in real time, you need to write HTML code. You might require to write the CSS code. You might really write sometimes you might require to write the JavaScript code, or sometimes definitely this Python. Even JavaScript is not needed. Instead, you can just use the Python. So HTML, CSS, Python, you can able to combine a lot of things to create the end-to-end product. So if you are clear about the discussion number 5, you just post C5 Sanjay in your live chat. Are you clear about the discussion 5? If you are clear about the discussion number 5, you just post C5 in your live chat, guys. That's amazing. Guys, only few minutes were left. The people who haven't made the decision, last and final call from tomorrow. You can't able to interact with me like this, and you can't able to see this type of talks. From tomorrow, it is going to be a precise 1 hour session. So don't miss out this great opportunity. So this is what all these steps. And also those people who have enrolled for the 3-month online internship. In this day 1, I've covered another one additional concept, which is the environmental variables configuration. What is meant by environmental variable configuration is whenever, okay, so what is the environmental variable configuration is once you have completed all the installation, go and open your command prompt, guys. Simply type CMD in your search box. So command prompt will be there. Just open your command prompt. Okay. So once you have opened your command prompt, and what you just do is, guys, simply type, wait a minute, let me maximize. So simply type Python and enter. So if you are typing Python and enter, you should see your Python's shell window like this. A is equals to 5, B is equals to 6, C is equals to A plus B, and print of C. Ta-da! So you should see this Python shell window if you are typed Python and hitting enter. If you are not seeing it, like if you are getting an error, like Python is not found, the reason might be you haven't followed the instruction which I've told you. I told you to check one thing and complete your installation. If you are missing that step, you won't get this output. Instead, you will get the error like Python is not found error. And to configure those environmental variables, that video which I have given for the internship participants, because that is somewhat little bigger process. So that's why I given for the internship participants. Those people who really facing that error, you can just watch those videos to fix that error. Okay. So open your command prompt and type Python and hit enter. You should see the shell window. And once you have got the shell window, if you want to come out of the shell window, you can press Ctrl Z and enter. Please note down every shortcuts, guys. I'm keep on telling everything. Okay. So look out that Ctrl Z and then enter. And here, don't type A is equals to 5. Okay. You should be on the Python inside the Python, and you need to write the syntaxes and everything. So guys, are you clear about the sixth tip. If you're clear about the sixth tip, you just post clear 6 or C6 in your live chat, guys. SK, hello, sir. What is the decision you are talking about? The decision is those people who really wanted to enroll for the 3-month online internship. So which we are offering. They will be getting 30 days of video recording. I mean, 5 courses of video recording includes this 30 days of AI recording. So 5 courses and private social media and 6 internship certificate, offer letters. So those people who have made the payment, those people who have registered for the internship, that's what the decision which I'm talking about. Okay. So yes. So guys, hope you all caught it. Okay. So shall I move further, guys, with your permission? With your permission, shall I move further? So if permission has been granted, you just post PG in your live chat. PG is nothing but the permission granted. Thank you so much, guys. So now, initially, I've told you something. Whenever you're talking about the Python, everything is it's because of the libraries. If you need read a URL, there is a library. If you want to read an Excel file, there is a library. So likewise, everything it has a libraries. So first of all, we need to learn how can you install the library and bring into your Python. That's what we are going to learn. Okay. So to do that, what you just do is you just open your search and type CMD, which is a command prompt, and click a run as administrator, because sometimes you'll get an error if there is no proper permission. So please open your command prompt as an administrator, guys. At the top, you can see administrator. So guys, are you all with me? If you are with me, just post with you Sanjay in your lecture, guys. And those people who are all really struggling to follow me, I think the internship is the only option where you'll be getting the recording of it and every values. Yes. So just carefully watch. This is the administrator command prompt. Here, if you want to install the library, what is the command is? What are all the command is? PIP. Pip is nothing but Python interpreter. Pip space, install space, library name. Guys, here, don't ask me the question, Sanjay, what is this OpenCV-Python? What is Immutals? What is NumPy? What is Pandas? Don't ask such type of questions, because we are going to cover up those libraries on the upcoming days. But right now, we are going to learn to install the library. How to install the library? The answer is pip space, install space, library name. That's it. Maunesh, thank you so much. Nice, you are teaching clearly. Thank you so much. Maunesh. Thank you so much, guys. So, if you want to install other library, go to the command prompt as an administrator, pip space, install space, library name. If you are clear about the 7th step, you just post C7 in your live chat, guys. Are you clear about the 7th step? C7. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much. So if suddenly, if Sanjay is telling you, guys, all people, Niveta, Richard, Anusha, and Dina, and Tejas, all guys, please install the TensorFlow library. If Sanjay is telling you that to install the TensorFlow library, you should automatically open your command prompt as an administrator, and you should give the command like pip space, install space, TensorFlow, that library name. So that is what the tip number 7 is. If you are clear about the tip number 7, you just post C7 in your live chat. Okay. So once you have installed the library, what is the tip number 8 is? Here we guys have installed Immutals. Here we have installed some OpenCV or something. So if I want to bring that library into my Python code, or if you really want to check whether a library is being installed properly or not, to check it out, first open your shell window. Okay, just open your shell window. In the shell window, to bring up that library into a Python code or to check whether the library has been installed properly, type the command import space library name. That's going to be your tip number 8. If you are clear about that tip number 8, you just post C8 in your live chat, guys. Okay, for the Mac users, please check it out from your terminal. Go to the terminal and check it out whether it is working or not. So, and let me know whether it is working or not. So this is what C8, tip number 8. So if you want to bring up the library into the Python code, you can bring it with the help of import space library name. NumPy, import space library name. So that is how you can able to bring up the library into your Python code. But here, if you're not seeing, any errors, which means that you all successfully installed those libraries. But when you are typing something like this in code space, some library name, when you're hitting enter, anytime if you are getting an error like no module named the error, which means that you haven't installed that library.